Brené Brown's book The Gifts of Imperfection takes us on a life-changing journey toward accepting our true selves and living fully. In this empowering book, Brown looks at the idea of vulnerability and tells readers to let go of social pressures and work on being kind to themselves. The book is broken up into 10 rules that can help you live your life with all your heart. Each guidepost talks about a different way to accept your flaws and build a more satisfying life. Brown uses personal stories, study findings, and practical exercises throughout the book to make a guide for personal growth that is easy to understand and use. One of the main ideas in The Gifts of Imperfection is how important it is to be open to being hurt. Brown disagrees with the idea that being vulnerable is a weakness. Instead, she shows that it is where courage, sincerity, and connection are born. When we allow ourselves to be vulnerable, we make room for real bonds with other people and grow a sense of belonging. Brown talks about how important self-compassion is on the path to living a wholehearted life. She tells people to stop judging themselves and be kind to themselves instead. By being kind to ourselves, we can make ourselves stronger and build a healthy bond with ourselves. Brown's understanding that perfectionism is a way to protect herself from being hurt is a key moment in the book. She talks about how she struggled with perfectionism and how it kept her from being herself fully. Brown's study showed that trying to be perfect is not the way to success and happiness. Instead, it gets in the way of feeling joy and fulfillment. She tells people to stop trying to be perfect and to see the beauty in being flawed. Brown talks about shame and how it affects our lives all through the book. She says that shame is the fear of being alone and the belief that we are not good enough to be loved and accepted. By recognizing shame and facing it head-on, we can break free from its hold and grow a sense of worth. Brown stresses how important it is to set limits and live in an honest way. She tells people to stop trying to get approval from other people and instead put their own values and beliefs first. We can protect our emotional health and grow real relationships by setting healthy limits. In The Gifts of Imperfection, Brown talks about the importance of joy and thankfulness in our lives. She talks about how learning gratitude can change our outlook and help us enjoy the present moment and find joy in ordinary things. Brown reminds people that joy isn't tied to anything and that it can live with pain and openness. Building resilience is another important idea in the book. Brown says that being resilient isn't about getting back up after a setback. Instead, it's about welcoming pain and learning from it. She tells people to build resilience by letting themselves be vulnerable, being kind to themselves, and building a support system. Brown uses real-life examples and pictures all through the book to show how her ideas work in real life. She talks about her own problems, including times when she was weak and made mistakes. These stories bring the ideas to life and make them easier for people to understand. In conclusion, The Gifts of Imperfection is a powerful guide for accepting vulnerability, growing self-compassion, and living a wholehearted life. Brené Brown's ideas and research results show how to let go of perfectionism, shame, and other things that society puts on us. By being our true selves and accepting our flaws, we can develop resilience, joy, and deep bonds with other people. Brown gives readers the tools they need to go on a trip of self-discovery and live fully. She does this by using real-life examples and exercises.